على عباده الذين اصطفى أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وأوفوا بعهد الله إذا عاهدتم ولا تنقضوا الأيمان بعد توكيدها وقد جعلتم الله عليكم كفيلا إن الله يعلم ما تفعلون ولا تكونوا كالتي نقضت غزلها من بعد قوة أنكاثا تتخذون أيمانكم دخلا بينكم أن تكون أمة هي أربى من أمة إنما يبلوكم الله به وليبينن لكم يوم القيامة ما كنتم فيه تختلفون ولو شاء الله لجعلكم أمة واحدة ولكن يضل من يشاء ويهدي من يشاء ولتسألن عما كنتم تعملون ولا تتخذوا أيمانكم دخلا بينكم فتزل قدم بعد ثبوتها وتذوقوا السوء بما صددتم عن سبيل الله ولكم عذاب عظيم ولا تشتروا بعهد الله ثمنا قليلا إنما عند الله هو خير لكم إن كنتم تعلمون ما عندكم ينفد وما عند الله باق ولنجزين الذين صبروا أجرهم بأحسن ما كانوا يعملون صدق الله العظيم وبلغنا رسوله النبي الكريم ونحن على ذلك من الشاهدين والشاكرين والحمد لله رب العالمين. Last night we had read an ayah about which Sayyidina Abdullah ibn Mas'ud and other Sahaba have said that this is the most comprehensive ayah of the Quran, where Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us that this is what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants from us: to uphold justice, to do good, and to fulfill the rights of those who are related to us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prohibits us, forbids us from acts of immodesty, open and widely accepted as immodesty, or those that are defined as acts of immodesty and vulgarity by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Sharia of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to transgress the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to trespass the boundaries of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. All of this for our own benefit. Today, these ayat that we have recited, they elaborate on one of the commands given in the previous ayah, which is adl, justice, and it talks about a special kind of justice, which is when you have made a promise or a pact, then fulfill it. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the way Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala defines it is that all sorts of pacts or promises that you make, the biggest one on top of all of those, which ensures that you fulfill all the other ones, is your pact with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which is La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah, or Ashhadu an La ilaha illallah wa Ashhadu anna Muhammadan abduhu wa rasuluh, that we have brought witness that Allah is our God, upon Him is our reliance, He is the one who does everything for us. So وَأَوْفُوا بِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ إِذَا عَاهَدْتُمْ, Allah tells you to fulfill the covenant of Allah, the pact that you have made with Allah, إِذَا عَاهَدْتُمْ, when you pledge. وَلَا تَنْقُضُوا الْأَيْمَانَ بَعْدَ تَوْكِيدِهَا, and do not break oaths after you swear them solemnly, when they have made firm. وَقَدْ جَعَلْتُمُ اللَّهَ عَلَيْكُمْ كَفِيلًا, while you have made a witness, Allah as a witness over you. So, in some pacts, we expressly say that we make Allah a witness that we are going to do these things. But even if we do not do so, the word of a Muslim, there is two kinds of pacts. One is where somebody lightly, as a matter of joke, says something, and the speaker and the listener both understand that he's not serious, he's just making a joke. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not catch us about those things. But when we are serious, and the speaker also and the listener also understands that this person is saying this seriously, that he will do so or he will not do so, he's making a promise, then even if they do not take the name of Allah or do not expressly make Allah a witness over this, still a Muslim is bound. So Allah is kafil over all the things that we say. إِنَّ اللَّهَ يَعْلَمُ مَا تَفْعَلُونَ, Allah surely knows what you're doing, what you do. وَلَا تَكُونُوا كَالَّتِي نَقَضَتْ غَزْلَهَا مِنْ بَعْدِ قُوَّةٍ أَنْكَاثًا. Do not be like the woman who had broken her yarn into pieces after spinning it firmly. So, some narrations mentioned that there was a woman in Makkah. She was insane and crazy. She would put the yarn, make a cloth out of it and then tear it apart. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that do not be like that woman. It may be an analogy or it may be a real woman. That do not be like that woman who puts an effort, makes something and then tears it apart herself. So don't be like that woman who had broken her yarn into pieces after spinning it firmly. إنما يبلوكم الله به وَلَيُبَيِّنَنَّ لَكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ مَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I missed a part. مِنْ بَعْدِ قُوَّةٍ أَنْكَاثًا تَتَّخِذُونَ أَيْمَانَكُمْ دَخَلًا بَيْنَكُمْ أَنْ تَكُونَ أُمَّةٌ هِيَ أَرْبَى مِنْ أُمَّةٍ. So the first reason that why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is forbidding, the first reason why people break their oaths is that, for example, Muslims made a treaty or an alliance with a certain group of kuffar, or non-Muslims entered into Islam. Now they see that Muslims are becoming weaker, or Muslims see that the alliance that we had made, that side is becoming weaker. So now Muslims are not allowed that they will break that alliance just because they are becoming weaker and make the alliance with the stronger side just because some side is becoming weaker and the other side is becoming stronger. Or similarly, if somebody turns to Islam, now don't go outside of the circle of Islam just because Muslims are becoming weak. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, innama yablukumullahu bi, all of this is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is testing you through this. وَلَا يُبَيِّنَنَّ لَكُمْ يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ مَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to explain to you all those matters in which you disagreed on the day of Qiyamah, on the day of resurrection. Everything will become open for you. وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. Had Allah so willed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would not have erase those differences, that one side is stronger, one side is weaker, one side is faith, one side does not have faith, one side is going through a trouble and challenge, the other side is not going through that. If Allah had willed, Allah would have erased all these differences, but all of this is test. وَلَكِنْ يُضِلُّ مَنْ يَشَاءُ وَيَهْدِي مَنْ يَشَاءُ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala leads astray, He lets go astray whoever He wishes, and He guides whoever He wishes. وَلَتُسْأَلُنَّ عَمَّا كُنْتُمْ تَعْمَلُونَ. The extract, the achievement of what is going to happen at the end of all of this is that you are going to be asked for what you did, what you used to do. وَلَا تَتَّخِذُوا أَيْمَانَكُمْ دَخَلًا بَيْنَكُمْ فَتَزِلَّ قَدَمٌ بَعْدَ ثُبُوتِهَا وَتَذُوقُوا السُّوءَ بِمَا صَدَدتُّمْ عَنْ سَبِيلِ اللَّهِ وَلَكُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling us from a different angle that, see, if you start breaking these oaths, it can become a matter of great mischief. That if you start breaking your oaths with the kuffar that you make, one obvious thing is that you are going to create this impression that Muslims do not keep their pacts, Muslims are not true to their word. Similarly, when you do that, you are going to in a way prevent others from accepting the Islam, from accepting the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when they are going to see that Muslims are people who do not keep their promises. Now imagine how relevant this is to us living in this society, that we living in this society with constant exposure to the people who have not yet brought faith, we are an example for them. If we do, even in tiny matters, if Muslims are known to be a people who do not keep their pacts, who do not fulfill what they say, who do not do what they say, then we are bringing that crime over us, that burden over us, that we are basically preventing people from the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. وَلَكُمْ عَذَابٌ عَظِيمٌ. Such people, they taste an evil consequence of what they do in this world, and there is a great punishment for them in the hereafter as well. وَلَا تَشْتَرُوا بِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. The second reason, the first reason was that you see that one side has power, the other side is losing power. Don't break your pact or alliances because of that. Second is, وَلَا تَشْتَرُوا بِعَهْدِ اللَّهِ ثَمَنًا قَلِيلًا. Do not take a very tiny petty price against the pledge of Allah. Again, both kinds of pledges are included here. The pledge of Iman, do not sell your Iman for anything of the world. Anything of the world compared to what you have in terms of your Iman is very small. It may be great in terms of this world, but compared to the Akhirah, compared to the hereafter, compared to belief and Iman, it is very paltry, very small, very petty. So do not sell the oath of Allah for a small price. إِنَّمَا عِنْدَ اللَّهِ وَخَيْرٌ لَكُمْ إِن كُنتُمْ تَعْلَمُونَ. If you know it, if you know the reality of it, had you known it, what Allah has for you, it is way better, worlds better than these tiny things of the world, these tiny benefits of the world. So imagine, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us. We know there's people who give up their faith for tiny worldly benefits. For immigration reasons, this is famously known. I don't know if it is in India or not. In Pakistan, if you become a Qadiani, na'uzubillah, if you start giving up your faith on the finality of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, they offer you visas to England, they offer you visas to America. Tiny, petty, worldly things. Similarly, there's other groups that invite you against Islam into their own community, like the Aga Khani community and whatnot, the Bohri community. They make you rich, they help you start businesses, they help you do so many things of the world. Just give up your faith, or just add something to the faith, what they want. So do not sell the pact that you have made with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or with any other creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for a petty price. What Allah has, if you knew it, it is great, worlds better. Ma indakum yanfad. Whatever you may have, ma indakum, whatever you may have, castles in this world, you may have great huge businesses, you may be you may be running an airline, you may be the queen or the king of a country, but whatever you have, the reality is ma indakum yanfad. With three words, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us the reality of everything that we may ever get. Ma indakum yanfad. Whatever is with you, it will perish, it will end. Yanfad, it will vanish, it will go away, it will decay, it will not be there. Wama indallahi baq. Whatever is with Allah, it is forever, it is going to stay. وَلَنَجْزِيَنَّ الَّذِينَ صَبَرُوا أَجْرَهُمْ بِأَحْسَنِ مَا كَانُوا يَعْمَلُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is saying that we are promising, certainly, by all means, we shall bless those who observed patience. What is this patience? That you are seeing a worldly benefit in going out of the pact of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or breaking your promise that you have made with the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but you stay strong and patient, that we are going to know, we are going to only listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we are going to do what is right. Then for those people, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward them with a beautiful reward, with a great reward for the best of what they used to do, what they are doing with sabr. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is going to reward them, and this reward is not only for the hereafter. In the next ayah we'll learn inshallah next week, if life and tawfiq permits, that this reward starts right here in this world with a beautiful, peaceful, comfortable life which is called hayatan tayyibah, a clean, beautiful life, pleasurable, enjoyable life. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives to them right here in this world. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم. اللهم اجعلنا من أهل القرآن الذي أهلك وخاصتك. وصلى الله تعالى على خير خلق سيدنا مولانا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين.